What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Puma Plow. Welcome back to another FELSBRUNN episode. After the high-speed logging last time, guys, what do you guys think of that? Did you like that? I've got another idea on how to do some logging in a very creative way in a future video, but that'll be for another time and another bat place. But there you go, guys. All the logging on this piece of property has been completed. Everything's been stumped, cleaned up, all that good stuff. So actually what we need to do, guys, is we need to go ahead, jump into the garage here and return. No, helps if you hit the right button. We need to return the truck and the stumper. Those are the only two pieces of equipment we had to lease for that project. I know I showed it in the last video, kind of. You could see it. But there you go. I believe that's going to be, yeah, sold wood. $217,000 was what we made, basically. A little bit, you know, roundabout there, 217,000. Of course, we did have to cover costs for the, you know, the equipment that we leased. But we can also come back in here and we're going to sell back. We're going to sell back for $157,000 the piece of land. So now we no longer own this piece of land. I could see using this piece of land for something in the future. A little smoothing, leveling. You know, there's such options now because of the smoothing tools and the leveling and all that stuff on this game now. We have options with a piece of property that's kind of quote-unquote junk like that one over there. Like, that actually has potential in this game. It's kind of amazing. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of amazing. So we are going to get another harvest cranked up here, guys. We'll probably look at doing a mission or two as well. It's getting a little dark on the map. That did take a considerable amount of time. I believe, actually, if you guys want some stats about that video, just for funsies, if we do this correctly here, and I hit this button here, let's see, and then I hit this button over here. I'm hitting buttons, guys. Sorry, hitting buttons over here. Why is that not doing that? Okay, that was about an hour and 50 minutes worth of footage that I'm going to condense down for you guys. So it's kind of a whole thing, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So there is that. So we're going to harvest our end rows here, guys. I know I'm like driving all over the place. I'm looking at something over here. I'm realizing that for some reason I've been recording in 720p, not 1080p here lately, is what I'm noticing over there, and I don't know why that is. Something weird with my OBS, I'm not sure. So it's been brought to my attention that I don't actually need to run nearly as much of an end row as I have been, and I think you guys are spot on correct with that. I'm going to run an end row because of this building here. Probably going to actually I'll go all the way down past that building and then come back. And then we'll hire the combine out from there. Just because, you know, you got the little deer stand and you got this building. And, you know, you need some end rows, obviously, to have the combine turn around. But, yes, there is that. So, that was a pure, like, profit move over there, guys. You can see we're back up to $424,000. So, and there's all those trees gone. Those other trees that you can see are part of the field 16 over there, so I cannot cut those down, obviously, unless we buy that plot of land, which is an option eventually. Would be an option. You know what? I'm just going to hire them from here because I don't know if I'll make it back all the way, and I need to find my tipper kind of thing. I don't think it's over here. In fact, I know it's not over here. It's over at the sell point still, so we got to go find our tipper. Got to find that tipper back. Hire him. This game's running like a dog today. I am doing a few other things on the computer, so maybe that's why. I do have... I'm just uploading. I'm uploading the new map for our server right now. As of recording this video, it is right before the 24-hour stream, which you guys have probably, hopefully, watched all of it by now. Time this video comes out, I know I'll have it all uploaded. You talk about a process, by the way. Rendering and uploading a 24-hour stream to YouTube is a process. That'll probably take me to like Thursday to get done after the 24th. So I will I'll be lucky to get my rendering done before I stream on Monday. you know, after the 24. The 24-hour streams from Saturday morning to Sunday morning, I'll be lucky to get the rendering done by Monday night. In fact, I don't think I will, because I'm probably not even going to start rendering until Sunday night, because I plan on finishing the stream and going right to bed, like immediately after. Maybe take like a quick shower and then jet to bed right away. That's kind of my theory. That's probably what I'm going to do. And then get back up Sunday and actually go to the farm then sometime on Sunday afternoon. And then come home, and it's Super Bowl Sunday, so I gotta watch the Super Bowl and eat some food and stuff, you know. It's what you do as an American. You watch the Super Bowl, right? I don't really care about the game. It's the commercials and stuff, you know. So that's always fun. Watch it with the family. I was going to stream, but then I thought, like, no, because I'm doing a 24-hour stream literally the night before or day before, I will be rendering like crazy. So probably either early Super Bowl or before the Super Bowl, I'll actually be out here editing, and then hit render and walk away from both computers. I plan on rendering on both machines because I can, and it'll reduce my render time by, you know, half if I do that. So there's actually, let's look. What are the missions up right now? I don't actually know. I haven't looked. Seeding, we're not going to do. Fertilizing, we could do a bunch of those. Is there... Oh, babe. Oh, man, that's... Field 10? I feel like Field 10's not big enough for that seeder in a mission. I'm just saying. I don't know about that one. But hey, and Field 12. Oh, my goodness. All seeding missions. We're not going to do any seeding missions, so never mind on the mission front. Yeah, I was actually looking for a cultivating mission because I have said cultivator here that would love to go do a mission again, you know. Might as well keep it moving. Keep some work going with her. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I don't know. So I have this little thing running on my Elgato Stream Deck now. This little widget or whatever you call them on the Stream Deck. And basically it is a CPU tracker. So according to this thing, my CPU is running at 6 to like 9% right now, which while recording is pretty good in my opinion. It's the Stream Machine CPU. I have no idea what the gaming PC is doing right now, but that's the Stream Machine, and I don't think that's bad at all. While recording, running 6 to 9%, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. When I render, it'll just say 100. Because that's pretty much what it goes to when I render, is 100%. So, yeah, there's that. There is that. So now that we actually have a few dollars in our pocket, guys, we might be able to enact our other potential way to make some money, guys. I have another plan to make some money. It's a get rich quick scheme, you see. Or something. But I have another idea on how to make some cash money. But the problem is it requires money. And it requires the right kind of conditions. And I don't believe we have those conditions right now. Let me just kind of look. It involves missions, by the way. Now, we don't have the correct conditions. Do it this way, it's faster. We don't have the correct conditions right at this time to make that happen. I'm probably confusing some of you, but that's okay. That's what I do. I don't really want to like blab my idea here. I mean, it's not anything like earth shattering that nobody's ever done on Farm Sim. I know people have done it, but I just think it's kind of funny to make you guys wait. Just saying. But hopefully here soon we'll have the correct conditions to make whatever I'm planning on doing actually happen. You'll see it. You'll see it when it happens. How about that? It's a get rich quick scheme, kind of, for Farm Sim. Kind of in a weird way. Just saying. Just saying. Might as well run this manually because we can't let him hire because he'll run over the combine. So might as well do a little cultivation. I still will upgrade seeders eventually so we don't have to cultivate, of course. But I kind of like cultivating for right now. I'm not going to lie. I enjoy it. I know it's another step and, you know, kind of an unneeded, unnecessary step in a way, if you know what I'm saying. It really is, and I understand, and, you know, I know that, but there's just something fun about having to do it, you know? Break out a big horsepower tractor and go to the field and do work. It's just kind of fun, you know? But if we were going to do it, wrong button, this button. If we were going to do something, so we're running the Lemken now, we would have to go at least to the Stara, or maybe the Condor. The Condor's a good one. The Condor would work for me. Maybe the Great Plain. I'm thinking Condor, and we could actually make it happen right now. I'd probably keep my cultivator for cultivation missions, because I actually don't mind doing the cultivating missions at all. I really don't mind them. Man, 200, yeah. See, that's the other thing. This one the starter requires 420 horsepower. The Amazon, the Condor, only requires 270 horsepower, 15 meters or 14 force. Condor is a better buy, in my opinion. That's a little more money, but that's a better buy. We could probably buy that. We could sell the Lemken Cedar, but keep the cultivator for, like I said, doing missions. You know, we could fire up a few cultivation missions from here, you know, from time to time here and there. So that could be an option. Maybe not this go round. Maybe not this one. But we'll do it here before too long. Just saying, we will do that. I know my combine's like full too, by the way. So let's go back to our 7R. The glorious 7R pulls this tipper around fairly well. Just saying. Does okay. I could use an 8. We'll just run a couple 8Rs, you know. Get her done kind of thing. Be like John Deere Valley Farms with our 8Rs. Oh, man. We almost got to him in time. Let's do the old fire hire trick. So fire hire. He'll go on his way. We jump back in this one. Come on, JD. Let's go. But see, this way he's continuing to move. The old fire hire. Gotta love the old fire hire. Too bad hired workers aren't smart enough to go ahead and just try to drive when you pull up next to them and they're full. That would be nice. Get down to like maybe 85% and then go ahead and drive with the pipe out. That'd be pretty neat. That would be pretty neat. And I know, like Courseplay, when you run Courseplay, the workers are smart enough to basically do that exact thing. And it works out quite well. It works out quite well. So, sorry, the afternoon yawns are hitting me, guys. My apologies. It's afternoon for me, which means I yawn. My sleep schedule, and this is before the 24, so it's really not a good thing. My sleep schedule has been kind of jacked up, but what else is new? It's pretty well typical for me to have a weird, very strange sleep schedule. I don't ever have a good sleep schedule. I really need to work on that. That should be like a New Year's resolution or something. I know it's not necessarily New Year anymore, but that should really be something I try to focus more on is a sleep schedule. Because let's be honest, when you're sleeping an appropriate amount of time, you're going to be healthier, you're going to be happier, you're going to be more alert and awake when you are awake. That kind of stuff. I just need to quit staying on the computer late. Yeah, I think I was on the computer till almost 3 o'clock last night. And then I laid in bed on my tablet for like another... I didn't go to bed till after 4 o'clock last night. Yeah, it was getting late. It was getting real late, so there is that. It is what it is, you know, kind of thing. Not a huge deal, I guess, but some sleep would be nice. See, what kind of got me is yesterday it was, for me, IRL, it was the coldest day of the year. Our high temperature was only like 7 or 8, I believe. We set a new record low high temperature in St. Louis yesterday. IRL, of course. And so I didn't want to be out. I mean, I'm still in my garage. I didn't want to be out here in the garage because it was cold. So I spent most of my day yesterday in a recliner in my house, which I really didn't want to do. And I slept. I slept like a lot yesterday afternoon. And today, of course, I'm not doing that or trying not to do that, of course. But I could go for like a 20-minute power nap. I like a good power nap. I do. I respond well to a little power nap. Just saying. Whoa, watch the crop. Watch the crop. Yeah, power naps are like life. I love my power naps. They're the best. Just saying. But yeah, sleep is not a thing when you're, you know, you hear like the YouTubers and stuff. They're like, sleep is just not a thing when you're a YouTuber. And it's like, yeah, kind of. Because I could work on stuff till like super, super late. Alright guys, I got a bit of a phone call I gotta take. I will cut the video and be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Hopefully I remember to cut that phone call out with my father. You guys don't need to hear that. Nothing bad or anything. We're just talking about a visiting nurse that's supposed to be coming out today to check on my mama. But anyway, so yeah, I was sleeping so much in the chair yesterday, which is great. I love catching up on some sleep. But it just really like, hey, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not tired. Which is weird for me because usually the whole like having trouble sleeping, that's not me. Like, I'm awake right now under protest. Okay? Like, I'm a sleeper. I can sleep during the day. I can sleep at night. I can sleep. It doesn't matter. I'm starting to become my father more and more, which is scary, but it's not at the same time because he's a cool dude. He always sleeps at family functions, and I got another phone call with him, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, second phone call with my dad. I had to cut out. Oh, goodness. Goodness. So, okay, let me get into that real fast. The reason, I don't know why. I mean, I know why. We keep my phone off the hook here at the house. We have a house phone, okay? We're old like that. We have a house phone. It's like on the wall. It's cordless. I mean, you can take it wherever, whatever. But when my mother is sleeping, we keep the phone off the hook. And today being, what is it, Thursday? She had dialysis yesterday. All she really wants to do days after dialysis is sleep, to be honest. So she was up this morning, and all she wants to do this afternoon is nap. And it's like, okay, that's fine. You know, dialysis is like running a marathon. People don't realize how hard dialysis actually is. You know, you get your blood cleaned, and they take fluid off you, and it's very, very hard on the body. So she's very tired. So that's fine. Sleep all you want, you know, to a point, because then she won't sleep tonight. But so the phone's off the hook, and the visiting nurse has been trying to call all day. It's in the notes for the nurses to call my dad on his cell phone. Don't even call the house. Just call dad on the cell phone. It's in the notes as the primary number. And they still call the house number. Because I don't really want my cell phone to be the primary number, because I'm recording and stuff, you know, and I'm not going to answer a random call from a random number that I don't know. So, because like some days you get, you know, nurse A, some days you get nurse B, some days you get nurse C, like, you know, you never know who you're going to get, kind of thing, through the home nurse, home health and rehab, blah, 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 blah. So they're supposed to call dad, and then dad can call me. And, you know, I know it's dad calling me, so of course I will answer my phone. But it's just kind of funny that, like, they call the house number and then complain that the house number is, quote, busy because it's off the hook because she's sleeping. It's like, come on, guys. It's not that hard. Like, just call the cell phone that you're supposed to. So I guess I got to go over with the nurse today. Because, see, this time we have a different case manager than we've had, like, the last 2 times. And the last 2 times, that case manager was a super awesome dude. that was like really good about just calling Dad and would have a good conversation with him and, you know, kind of check in with him more than just to say, hey, I'll be over at this time. But he would check in and listen to concerns and stuff that Dad had about Mom. Well, this time that's just not happening because the case manager, she just, I don't know, doesn't do that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a bit unfortunate in a way because those conversations, those are good conversations, you know, you need to have sometimes. Like, hey, I'm worried about XYZ, you know, can you check it when you get there kind of thing. And then, you know, if I'm here, obviously, I know usually what's going on. So it's, hey, we're concerned about XYZ. And, oh, I already talked to your dad. It's taken care of. It's kind of nice. But this go around, it's just not quite happening. But that's okay. I mean, it's not a huge deal, I guess. But, yeah. So I guess I had to jump her today and be like, so, you got to call Dad's phone. Because he's the only one that's going to answer. Because most of the time they try to set up the appointment like the day before. Well, she's at dialysis. I'm usually, you know, recording or, you know, working on the PC, whatever. My aunt's home. She doesn't answer the phone unless she knows, you know, she'll let it go to the machine and then she'll answer if it's, you know, a select couple people that she talks to. But for the most part, she won't answer the phone. So it's kind of a vicious cycle. I don't even know why we have a house phone. Let me clarify that. I don't know. My mother always wanted to keep it, and I kind of understood for like my grandma when she was alive, because it was actually a St. Louis number. Like, it's a number that we pay more for, so it shows up as a St. Louis. What are they, like, not the area code, but like the second three numbers kind of thing is like a St. Louis thing. So we pay more for that. Because my grandma lived in St. Louis, and obviously I don't live in St. Louis like county. Everybody might think that I do, but I don't. So it's kind of a whole thing where it's like, I don't know why we still have the thing. Grandma's been gone like almost 6 years. So why do we still have it? Kind of thing. So there's that. It kind of is like one of the old, the last tree that we had on the farm. Down at the farm, it was the last tree that we had. And the joke, kind of a joke, was my great-grandma really liked that tree. My dad's grandma, my great-grandma, really liked that tree. And my grandpa always wanted to cut it down because it was really crooked and it had problems for a long time. And so the joke always was, oh, when Mom passes away, which would have been my great-grandma, you know, we'll cut the tree down after that because that way she doesn't have to see it go. Well, she died when I was like, I don't even think I was born yet when she passed. Like, I never met her. And then kind of, it was just like, we'll just cut it down later. And then it kind of became like, oh, we'll cut it down after Grandpa passes so he doesn't have to see it come down. That tree stood for like 30 years after my great-grandma passed before we cut it down. And it was rotten on the inside and it had problems. Don't get me wrong. It needed to come down a few years probably before it did. But it held up to all those storms and stuff down there. It was kind of amazing. You know, on one hand, I would like to have actually let it stand and see how long it would have stayed. But at that time, words are hard. At that time, we had actually planned on building a party shed, a shed at our farm, and it was going to have, you know, concrete floor, and it was going to have basically like a little kitchen and at least one bathroom, maybe two probably would have been better, but one or two bathrooms. And my idea was to always make the bathrooms have concrete walls, concrete block or actual concrete walls to make those like a storm shelter. You know, you might as well spend a few bucks on concrete to have a storm shelter down there because you're out in the middle of nowhere. Storms kick up, you know, and stuff. It would be nice to have a place to go that's safe. You know, concrete walls, 6-8 inches thick probably, and a nice door that you can unlock from the inside. Ventilation, the whole nine. Like, make it legit storm shelter kind of thing. But, So what we had to do was we cut the tree down first, and then we did. we took the house down that was down there. The house was in really, really bad shape. It would have been nice to save that house because it's like where my dad grew up and, you know, that kind of stuff. But it just, it fell into disrepair after the 1995 flood. Nobody lived in it from 95. We tore it down in late 2005 into 2006. So it was really in disrepair. By the time we actually took it down, it was really gone. We joked that it was termites holding hands. Not to mention the multiple holes in the roof. After the 95 flood, the people that were renting it from my grandpa, they decided not to move back in. Therefore, my grandpa didn't spend a dime fixing the place back up after the flood. So it just kind of stood there and fell into disrepair. He was not interested in spending any money to fix it. And nobody else in the family was either, because it was Grandpa's. Grandpa owned it, and Grandpa said, nope, we're not fixing it. And he just kind of... I don't know what his plan was with that house, honestly, if he actually had one. Because it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Maybe he just always figured, hey, it's somebody else's problem. I don't really know. It's kind of hard to know, because obviously he's been gone for... Oh, God, Grandpa's been gone since 2005. Yeah, 2005. So, like I said, we took the house down in 2005 into 6, basically. Or 6 and... Yeah, I think it was 5 into 6. But, yeah, so I don't know if he actually really had a plan, like, hey, I'm going to fix this up, or, hey, going to let it rot. I don't really know what his idea was there, but it did. It just rotted away to nothing, and it got to the point where you couldn't walk into the kitchen, because the kitchen actually had the cellar underneath, like the old quote basement. So you didn't walk in the kitchen, like, at all, because it was very dangerous. The upstairs you could walk into. Let's see. So it was an old little farmhouse, and the upstairs was 3 little tiny rooms. One was a little bit bigger. That was actually my dad's room, because I guess he was the youngest one, so for some reason he got the big room. I'm not sure why. And then his brother's room and his sister's room that were upstairs were pretty small. But you could not walk into his sister's room at all. And then the brother's room was okay still, because that had good roof over it. It was mostly the sister's room that just, the roof had gone away over the years. So we definitely did not go in that house anymore, up in certain spots. We kept it for a long time because we actually used it basically as a bathroom. It had a decent bathroom on the first floor that we kind of kept the whole house for a long time. Just because of that bathroom, you know, having parties down there and stuff, it was nice to have a bathroom. That was before we put in the bathroom that we have now in what we call the Scheizerhouse. It was the old smokehouse from the farm where they used to smoke the meat and stuff. And we put a toilet and a sink in there and stuff, you know, make a little bathroom. And it works. It works. But, yeah, so we kept that house for years. Just basically for that bathroom. It should have come down years before it actually did. That house was in rough shape for a long time. But, you know, it held together miraculously. Like, I'm really not sure how that house actually held together for all those years. But by the time we tore it down, I'm surprised it was still standing. Honestly, once you started getting into it a little bit, it was like, holy jeez, this is bad. This is really, really bad. So, it needed to come down. It's unfortunate, but it did just need to flat come down. So, it is what it is. But yeah, we were going to tear the house down, and then actually we did haul in some dirt. We had some different people haul in some dirt. And that's what that mound kind of is down at the farm now. That's where the house stood. And we were going to put our shed right there. And it was going to be awesome, you know, and we were going to have it. At that time, we were having a 4th of July party down there every year, which we have since stopped. A, it's expensive to put on a 4th of July party because fireworks are expensive. B, it has a lot to do with the farmers because they grow wheat, and when they grow wheat, the wheat stubble is standing there come July, and the soybeans have come up through the dual crop. Soybeans have come up through that wheat stubble, but all it would take is one firework to go land out there, be a little hot, and you'd have 100 acres of wheat stubble with soybeans coming through it on fire before you could blink. So we have chosen to stop having the farm or the party. Like I said, 2 reasons. One is it's spent like cost. Very expensive to put on a 4th of July party and do it right. And then the other one would be the farmers. So there's that. We'll talk a little bit, and I know I've talked about it in the past, but we'll talk a little bit about some fireworks in the next video for you guys. How about that? I'll roll this right into the next video about fireworks and some illegal activity. Oh, scandalous. Illegal activity. Not so much on my part. Kind of on my part. Probably on my part. It's not a big deal, or maybe it is. Clickbait. I don't know. Tune in next time to hear what I'm talking about. You guys probably already know, though, because I've talked about it before in videos in the past. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching another FELSBRUNN episode. We will continue the harvest next time. Until then, I'm your boy John from Puma Plow. Thanks for watching. Like I already said, have a great rest of your day, and as always, toodles.